So a funny thing happened this morning. I was in the kitchen. I was talking to my son Daniel, and making coffee, what have you, talking a little bit about. And I suddenly went, and I ran out of the room and came into the office, pulled out my journal, and started writing something down. And he followed me in like, "What's going on? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've been working on my TEDx talk, and I had this inspiration for a line that I need to be there. It's just 4 words, but I had to write it down really quick." And he kind of looked at me funny, and I'm like, "This is why I keep a journal, and I'm going to tell you why after the intro." Welcome to my journey of self-discovery, life balance, career success, and business creation. This podcast works to answer the question of how successful professionals like us stop drifting and get focused on keeping our careers and businesses growing rapidly while having a full, balanced, and vibrant life that we absolutely love. What we call the Third Power Life. And this is the Third Power Life Podcast. We all have great ideas. We all have ideas. The inspiration, it comes to us and like, that's amazing, right? That's what I had this morning. It was one little line that I knew needed something. It needed just a little bit. It was just three words. It was just 3 words. But it hit me as I was talking to him this morning. And so I had to come in here right away and write him down. And when he came in behind me. He was like, "What was going on?" I was like, "I had that great idea. I had to write it down. And that's why I keep my journal with me all the time." I was telling him, because we all have these great inspirational ideas, ideas that are amazing. And as I said, it's a great idea. I'll remember it. How many of us have had a fantastic idea for a talk, a fantastic idea for work, a fantastic business idea, an invention of whatever? I was like, "Ooh, I'll remember that one. That one's good." And 10 minutes later, you're like, wait, okay. What was that idea? I can't remember, right? So, great idea. I'll remember it. No, you won't. That was my note for this podcast, because I can't tell you how many brilliant ideas I've had that are just gone. They're gone. They came into my life and they went out. In one ear, out the other. And so that's why I'm telling you, have a journal. Worst case, do a voice note on your phone. Write yourself an email. Write yourself a text message. I was noticing on Teams that I use, that they added where you can send yourself an instant message. Right, it showed up in my automatic pin people, so I can just text message myself in Teams. Right, have some way, whether it's a notepad or whatever, to capture your ideas. And I have a page in my book just for business ideas, right? And looking back, some are stupid. Even, they were brilliant in the moment, and then it's like, was I drunk? Was I... So you look back at some and they're just like, no. But there are some that are like, that's a keeper. That's really good. So that's my admonition to you, is make sure that you always have something with you. I like a journal. I like using the bullet journal method. For me, this is my permanent thing. I've actually got up on my shelf. It's actually behind that gift that was given to me, that painting, but is all of my journals from the last 6-7 years, right? I have that index of here's where the ideas are, and I can go back to them, because there are some ideas it's not for now. It's, there's no way that I can do that now, or it's just, that's a good idea. I'm not ready for it, but I don't want to lose it. So it goes in there, it gets indexed, and I'm working on a decade index because each journal is indexed, but I want something that spans all of them. But anyway, that's another show. Capture your ideas, write them down. So the thing I like about having like the voice note or the text message, it's really handy. Do not leave it there, because I've sent myself texts, I've sent myself emails that they get deleted, the phone gets lost, what have you. So write them down. Get a journal. Even if you don't use it every day, have an idea book, right? That you can use to capture the brilliant things that come to us. I'm a firm believer that the infinite intelligence, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, will give us gifts to see if we will use them, to see if we will act on them. And if we do, on the little things, then they'll give us bigger things. So don't ignore the small, brilliant insights that you have, because those are the stepping stones to being open. It's like a muscle. You can exercise your intuition. You can exercise your inspiration. And the more you follow up on it, the more that you write it down, the more that you act on it, the more that you open yourself to those things, the more things will come to you. Believe me. So write it down. Do it. I want to see the brilliance that the universe is giving you. And I want to see you live your life to the third power. Until tomorrow, my friends. I'm glad you enjoyed this podcast. Please let us know what impacted you in today's episode. You can join our Discord or Facebook community to connect with like-minded people that want a real third power life. You can go to thirdpowerlife.com or look in the show notes for links. And remember, hit that like, subscribe, and rate button for the Third Power Life podcast. Until next time.